many thousands of years, the Shadow Men have protected the world of the living against threats crossing over from the spiritual plane known as Deadside, the place where everyone goes without exception when they die. Michael Leroy is the current heir to the mysteries of this ancient lineage, bearer of the Mask of Shadows. When darkness falls, he becomes the walker between the worlds, immortal voodoo warrior, taker of souls, lord of Deadside, the Shadow Man.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my next Let's Play. I'm WiltDogs, and this time we're going to be playing a little bit of Shadow Man. It's a little different than what we're used to, like, from the first two sets of Let's Plays. Actually, first one was the stealth platformer, second one was first-person shooter, and now we've got the third-person shooter. So I'm going to keep quiet for the intro.
The 9th of November, 1888. By my deeds am I known, and I am known as Jack. Spring-heeled Jack, Jack the Ripper. By my deeds am I known, and they are truly bloody. I took them all to my heart. Mary Ann Nichols, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Eddowes, Mary Kelly, and loved them, truly loved them all. But the immortal power I sought within the sordid confines of their bodies, the still beating organ of the soul, was not to be found. The ritual of the knife was to no avail. I am bereft, and must therefore perform that bloody ritual upon myself.
Stay your hand, Jack, and listen to what I have to say.
How did you find this place? Who are you?
My name is Legion, for we are many. The immortal power that you seek does exist. It does indeed lie within the soul, but only within certain ones, certain dark souls.
My God! What are you that you can produce such things from thin air?
Merely an explorer, much like yourself.
What is it that you want from me?
You are an architect by trade, are you not?
I am.
Then I would have you build a cathedral to pain. A place where you and I and others like us may join together. A place of asylum for all of the unique and misunderstood individuals that will follow you as the time of Armageddon approaches. And at the heart of asylum, we shall construct a great dark engine powered by souls of equal hue. And we shall harness their power to create an immortal army to punish and cleanse this pathetic world.
And where might I build this cathedral of yours?
Across the veil, in the darkness, amongst the restless spirits of those who have passed beyond, in the place known as Deadside.
Then, if I am to join you, I must die.
It is prophecy. We cannot fail, for we are many.
For we are many.
Amen to that.
The end is sooner than you think.
Come to mama, baby.
Hey there, space cadet.
You are many,
There's a darkness coming.
What's the problem, Magneta?
I had a dream, Shadow Man. A real bad dream. A Deadside dream. The five are here. The heralds of the apocalypse. Deacon's fire confirms everything I feared. The end's coming, Shadow Man. An ancient prophecy tells of the return of a great evil to Deadside. A terrible force gathering dark souls to its darker heart and using their power to cross over into this world and bring about apocalypse.
I must stop this evil from bringing about the end of all things.
Only you can do it, Shadow Man. You are the walker between the worlds. I can't go Deadside, and Jaunty's next to useless in both worlds. You are the only one who can do anything about this.
As it ever was.
But you ain't never confronted anything like this evil. It's so pure, not even the ancient protectors of the Dark Souls could destroy it. They could only banish it from Deadside. They knew it'd come back one day, hence the prophecy telling of its return. The power of the ancients is all but gone now, and the Dark Souls that evil desires lie unprotected. What you gotta do, Shadow Man, is to go Deadside and recover the Dark Souls. Take them into your own protection before evil gathers them to its terrible heart.
Okay, so let me get this straight. If I don't recover these Dark Souls, then the world's gonna end. Am I right?
You got it.
Shit.
Look, I gotta go. I've got a lot to do. Take Deacon's file and meet me at dawn at the church on the hill. I've kept your stuff safe for you.
I hate this shit. Just a pawn in Nettie's master plan. She moves me in mysterious ways, and brother, sometimes she really does move me. Can't do nothing about it since, nice as you please, she knitted my ribs into the mask of shadows. I got nothing left anyways. It's my fault Luke's dead, and Mom and Pop too. I deserve everything I get. Every bad thing that comes my way. Can't live, can't die. Deadside's the perfect hood for me. A nowhere place. The asshole of the universe. Now where the hell is that church?
There we go. So, quite a lot happened in that intro. As we've seen, there's got Jack the Ripper, a mysterious stranger with what can be assumed to be blood all over him. And we know of this Nettie character. So the main character in this is Michael Leroy. I think it's Leroy. It's spelled L-E-R-O-I, but I think it's pronounced more with a W instead of an R. But anyway. So yeah. It's a lot to do with voodoo rituals and prophecies and the like. These things are Govi, and we'll learn about them shortly enough. And these things I'm picking up here, they're only good really for health upgrades, but we'll learn about them later on. There's not much we can do at the start. It's just your basic tutorial teaching you how to jump and just move around your environment. That bridge I think falls if you run over it. So it's been a while since I've played this, or since I last played this. And Demon Dogger. So yeah, it's been a while since I last played this. So some of the controls are going to take me a bit to get used to them. Shouldn't be too bad though. As far as I'm aware, it should still be set to the controls I had last time. So they are my controls. So if anyone's going to get used to them, it's going to be me. Now, if I'm right, I should be able to strafe. Maybe I'm only when I'm aiming. Okay, so C stands still apparently. I think Z and X are my weapons. Just having a quick check through all my buttons. Nothing else seems to do anything at the minute, so I guess I'll learn as I go. Oh, there you go. Shift goes in the first person. I know that. That'll become useful later on when trying to fight off people.
Made it.
And you want to get in here as fast as possible. Doggies are nice in this game. And get another cutscene.
Nettie?
Hey there, Mike. Glad you could make it.
How could I refuse your offer? How could I ever refuse you, Agneta?
You can't. I'm simply irresistible. I hope you read the file I gave you, and read it real well. Between the lines, you'll find the sign.
Oh yeah,
You got my stuff?
Come on in, honey.
You know,
So yeah, it's
on
got
the way
quite
over here, I got to
a
thinking
weird
about
bit of
these dark
humour
souls.
throughout
If they're
this.
so damn dangerous, why didn't the ancients just destroy them?
Because that's impossible.
It's just kind of one of those ones.
Their
It's a dark
power
story,
is
but they try to lighten it up
immortality. If
so that it's
evil
not a
ever
depressing
manages to
game. But
implant these immortal souls into its monstrous slaves, can you imagine the carnage an immortal, unbeatable army would bring to the earth? That's Apocalypse, Shadowman. That's the end.
Okay, so I really gotta get to the Dark Souls before the bad guy. I understand that, but where do I find him?
In Govi. Each Govi has been sealed by the most powerful voodoo. Not even the greatest Bokor or Mambo can open them to release the dark soul within. Believe me, I've tried. But a Shadowman, or something even more powerful, just might be able to do it. Release the dark soul.
so I take it you're supposed to know what the Bokor and Mambo are. I think it, I don't know. I've never gone into voodoo or anything like that, so I'm not too sure. So maybe anyone that knows anything about voodoo might know what
Let's
they're
just
talking
get
about.
this thing over with. You got my stuff?
Right here.
I've never really looked into this, so I don't know whether it's actually linked. Oh,
A real scare, Mike.
Jesus, Luke! He's alive! Alive and in pain! I gotta help him!
He's dead, Mike. You know that.
I know, but I saw.
It's understandable that you still have strong feelings for your brother. That's why the bear works for you, connecting you to Deadside. Use it now, Mike. Go Deadside and find Jonty. He's waiting for you at the Marrow Gates. He's got something to show you.
Okay,
And Mike,
yeah?
if you need me, I'll be here. Now, go see Jonty and get them dark souls.
so this area is kind of like your main go-to place after you've like progressed in the storyline. You don't always have to do it, and it's not always clear that you have to go back. It's one of those games where it's like you can visit pretty much anywhere at any point, but you just need to. There you go. So yeah, there are different areas that you have to be a certain level to progress through, but it's not that linear, if you get my meaning. So it's easy to get lost in a game if you skip a section or anything. As I said, I've played through this a couple of times, and well, the first time I played through it, I did get completely lost, and the second time I played through it, I got lost for a while, just running around in circles, not doing anything. So this time around, and you'll understand why later on, but this time around, I am prepared. So hopefully, I'm not going to get too lost and waste a lot of time. Oh, and first of all, I'll do that. First thing what I'm going to do is get up on this, just because of doggies. Right, so how do I? That's how you auto in.
I'm wasting my time here. I should just use Luke's bed and go Deadside.
Oh wow, it's taking a long time to do the doggies. There we go. Yeah, so as you said, you can just go straight to Deadside by using the bear. But there are a fair few things that you can pick up while you're here. As long as you don't get eaten by the doggies. No, never mind. I'm gonna have to try and kill these just because I do want some of the bits and pieces that are scattered around here. Not expecting to be two of these.
I'm my time here. I should just use Luke's bear and go dead side.
So that's something you'll find a lot in this game. It is very easy to die if you get caught out in the wrong place. But dying doesn't really have that many consequences, so it's not too bad. It's quite forgiving. And you'll also find this handgun. Well, for one, has unlimited ammo. Two, pretty useless. In fact, you're pretty useless at all in live side. But we have a bit more exploring to do before I go on ahead and go to dead side, so I'll quickly finish these off and I can get continuing on. There we go. As in most games, the start is going to be pretty slow, just because you don't have like any equipment. You don't really know what all's going on and what to do. So there we go.
I'm wasting my time here. I should just use Luke's bear and go dead side.
It's got a really good soundtrack to this game. It is really enjoyable. How did I... There is a button which gets rid of all your weapons. I can't remember for the life of me what it is. I'll have to try and remember. Anyway, what I forgot to show you earlier on is this file. Right, so I'll have a quick read through this. Agneta. Here is the information you requested regarding the 5 serial killers, referred to by yourself as the 5. My research has led me into areas I do not normally pursue. No demon spore, Asmodeus, as far as I can see. My sources tell me that each report is as current as it can be, especially the reports on Batrakan, Cruz and Pike. The Batrakan report is particularly up to date, with a news item included that is only a week old. When studying the information, of particular note is the inclusion of symbols and poems at the crime scenes, along with the phrase, "for we are many," taken, I believe, from the Bible chapter 5 verse 9, Mark chapter 5 verse 9 even. Are those guys in cahoots, or is it simply coincidence? Knowing you as I do, Nettie, I cannot believe it is the latter. Anyway, I hope this stuff proves useful. Best regards. So yes, as you've seen at the start, with the opening cutscene, you had Jack the Ripper, and he is part of the 5, that's called 5 serial killers, which have been recruited to Deadside to do different bits and pieces, but we'll learn that as you go on. So this is just basic character, your just character profiles. But it's just, you don't really need to know it, but it's pretty helpful, I guess. So I'll just quickly read through all this. So born in Geneva, Switzerland, the son of a wealthy Swiss banker, a brilliant student, Batrakan graduated from Cambridge University in 1986 with a PhD in forensic psychiatry. His doctoral thesis was on defining ASPD, the psychopathology of antisocial personality disorder. Batrakan spent the following 4 years in the London Medical School training to become a general practitioner, was expelled from the school without completing the course, exact details unavailable. Emigrated to the US in early 1991 using forged certificates to gain a green card. Established medical practice in Boston 1993 using the name Dr. Arthur Falkus in partnership with Dr. Sean McRose. McRose was found dead in suspicious circumstances in 1984. Dr. Falkus subsequently disappeared with several $1,000s of the practice's money. Batrakan resurfaced 6 months later as Dr. Gunther Schaden with a new medical practice in South Bend, Ohio. Was indicted on 5 accounts of murder following the discovery of an insurance fraud involving 5 of his patients, all wealthy widows who had willed him their entire fortunes and were subsequently found dead or of natural causes. Batrakin, as their doctor, had signed all 5 death certificates captured by state police as he was about to cross the state line into Indiana. Batrakin absconded from the Butler County Sheriff's Office after killing 2 deputies and wounding a 3rd. At this point, December 1995, Batrakin appeared on the FBI's most wanted list. In December 1995, a handwritten letter with an Abilene postmark arrived at the offices of the Dallas Morning News. In it, the writer intimidated somewhat obscurely that they intended to commit several blood sacrifices. The writer of the letter has since been identified as Batrakin, I don't know. In January 1986, the corpses of a young man, never satisfactorily identified, was discovered in a derelict bathhouse. Is that? No. I don't know, my screen that's a bit blurry, so I'm not too sure. Anyway, on the shores of Lake Fort Phantom Hill, Texas. Forensic examination showed that the head of the corpse has quite literally exploded, as though from some great and unnatural internal pressure. A strange symbol had been branded on the left side of the victim's chest. Over the next year and a half, 12 more murders followed, all with the same modus operandi, exploded head. And the left side of the chest branded with symbol. FBI agents captured Bracken in August 1997. He was subsequently convicted of 15 counts of first-degree murder and sentenced to die in the electric chair. He is currently on death row at Gardell County Penitentiary, awaiting the results of his second appeal and achieving a certain notoriety in artistic circles with what he calls his asylum installations. Indeed, London's Golgotha Art Gallery recently bought one of his schismata paintings for several $1,000s. Anyway, so there's the image in figure 1, which shows that's what he branded into their chest, and figure 2 is on the left side of that picture. You can see his painting. The letter doctor to Dallas Morning News: Dear Sir, I have brought his kingdom to earth, and a bloody cleansing is nigh. Indeed, it is well overdue. I am the leader of the 5, the watchers of the gate of souls. We shall make the way for the coming of his glorious army, and as a fanfare we demand several sacrifices, blood sacrifices for his pleasure. So be aware within that the road to your Golgotha shall be slippery with your blood, for we are many. I remain as ever disrespectfully yours, the Lizard King. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but I forgot actually how long each of these was. Anyway, so yeah, the first guy, the one that I read, was the main. He is the head of the 5, as he said, known as the Lizard King, and there's not really much different between him and the rest of them. It's just that said that he's ahead of the others. You don't really need to know much else. You just, as I said, like, it's just personal profiles about each of them. But you'll find out later on, some of them, you know, they're quite disturbed. Anyway, and there's Jack the Ripper. It's alright. So I'll go through these anyway, and then you can see, if you want to stop and read them all, you can do. But anyway, so there's that done. How do I put my weapons away? No. Oh, that's how you can. Oh, right controls crouch. Which means that rules. Ah, there you go. Enter pit spawn.
I'm running out of air.
Yeah, I'm gonna drown here. I'm not fast enough. But that's fine. Kinda like progress. Oh
I think
no.
my lungs are gonna burst. I think my lungs are gonna burst.
Okay. Got lucky there and caught some
I'm
random
wasting
pocket of
my
air.
time here. I should just use
Yes,
Luke's
I know,
bear
you've
and
said
go
that before.
deadside.
And yeah, I know not much has happened in this episode, but it is only the introduction, so you're just gonna have to bear with me on that. So you can't aim while on that thing, that's fine.
Got it.
So yeah, after equipping a weapon to each hand, you've got... get out of there. Yeah, so you can equip a weapon to your left and right hand, and after that, if you press that button, it's a quick draw. So it'll draw and instantly fire, whereas if you use
Got it.
just the enter button, he will equip the weapon but not fire. I'm not sure actually what else I can get here. I know you can get weapons and such in Live Side. I think you can get a shotgun somewhere around here. But in all honesty, you're not going to really need it. Swim. No, he died. That's fine. Yeah, so as I said, I think you can get a shotgun from around there. It actually might be in that barn that I was coming close to.
I am the Lord of Deadside, Shadowborn at the confluence of worlds to walk between. Lifeside is without the meaning that my partly living possesses here in Deadside, where the darkness is manifest at the edges of reason. As a god, I step forth upon the writhing, suppurating surface of the Deadside Serpent. What sleep is here? What dreams there are in the unctuous coilings of the snake's mortal shuffling. Weapon in my hand, the arcing death blow at the end of all things. The horror. I embrace it.
So yeah, at the start of every area, he will do a little monologue thing. So it's not... it's just something to get used to. It's a little poetic, but not too bad. So yeah, this is Deadside. As you've noticed, his gun's changed a little. It's a little more powerful now. This is these are just your basic enemies. Kind of like, they like to suck the life out of you, and that's about it. Can't actually remember what they're called. I think they're wheelers. No, not wheelers. It's something like that anyway. But anyway. So yeah, I'm actually going to leave this episode here. Might as well, since it's the start of a new section. As I said, I apologise for it being a slow start, but we'll just see how it goes. And yeah, let me know what you think of it, as always. And just... like the video if you like it. If you want to subscribe, you can. It's it's a slow progression at this point, but we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you later on. See you.